There are so many K-pop companies that don't know what the fuck they're doing with their groups, and that's a large reason why the groups are not doing well. Hi, it's Sherry here. This is just gonna be like a kind of deranged rant that I don't even know if I'm gonna actually put up or not, because I might get in some sort of trouble for this, but we'll see, So, there are a lot of small K-pop companies that, honest to God, do not seem like they know what they're doing nowadays, and then that means in the end the group doesn't do well. So I'm not an expert in like management and business and all that. I've never worked at a K-pop company. I'm just a K-pop fan of since like 2009. Like I went full in 2012-ish. So I've seen a lot, been through a lot as a fan. And having like some interactions with staff and smaller companies and stuff. But here's the thing. A lot of big companies have a lot of resources, and it's really hard to copy a lot of stuff the big companies do, right? Like, I feel like if we take big companies out of this talk equation, they mess up too, but they mess up on different scales of stuff. I'm talking about how a lot of small companies don't know how to promote their groups, or just don't seem to promote their groups at all. They have like a big flashy debut, and then they'll put out like a mini album, and then that's kind of it, and they like don't know the follow-up. They think like, oh, we just debut a group, it's gonna be fine. But the K-pop like atmosphere right now is so competitive. There's so many more companies, there's so many more smaller groups, that a lot of times you have to have proper promotion for these groups to, do well, actually. Or not even like well, to do well enough that they can actually survive in the intense atmosphere. So, example, right? I don't want to like name any specific names because I don't want to get sued, and I don't want to like bring negative press on any groups if I happen to talk about them. But company debuts a group, and they like, I guess they pay for press for the debut, and there's some articles about the debut, and once they debut, you need to follow up with actual content, especially if you're trying to break into the more Western market, as a lot of the K-pop groups are. You have to have like English, at the minimum, like English subtitled content. That if you're trying to break into the market, if you don't care at all about like the English speaking market, you don't need that. But a lot of companies now, they are trying to break into the market, so you need like the very least English subtitled stuff. And I know that that cost money, right? Like, you need someone to translate, you need to put the subtitles on. I think like if you are trying to break into that market, you have to at least have the money for subtitles and stuff like that. And the content that they put out is so damn basic. We are past the era of idols needing to be perfect and having like set answers and having these sort of personas. Now we're at an era where like all the persona groups have been filled. We can't like have the same archetypes anymore. We are in an era where sometimes the weirder an idol is, the more people will like them. The more personality an idol has, the more people will like them. Because there's just so many idols. So whatever makes them stand out in a sort of way, that people flock to.
Just trying to say that people are interested in idols being their weird and wacky self more than scripted perfection.
I know in a perfect world, idols just have to dance and sing and they can get fans, but that is not how this business works. To have people notice you, not just for your music, but sometimes they notice you for your music, for your dancing, for your personality. Those are the three things. Just because a lot of idols dance really well, and a lot of idols sing really well. So, let their personality shine. That is sometimes how you attract people. And yeah, you can be slightly awkward. You don't have to always be like perfect. Sometimes people like the awkward ones. People like the funny ones. People like the different types. And so like, don't try to be perfect anymore. So don't have like your perfect like standard like, 안녕하세요, our name is this and our name means this, and we're just here to be here for our fans, and we're just so happy. And this is the same line they say for every interview, everything. no one's watching like 5 interviews with the exact same thing of, yes, and we're so happy to be here, and we're all so perfect and genuine and great. You know, like, let them let down their hair a bit, you know, have some fun. Yeah, so that is the content. The content needs to shift from like just standard stuff. Sometimes, you know, if you just give us bits and pieces of their like interactions, their life, that is it. Like, content doesn't mean it has to be very scripted. It has to be very expensive. If you just like show behind the scenes stuff and not just like, you know, like scripted behind the scenes stuff, you know, if you're just showing, here's them dancing here, here's them practicing dancing, here's them dancing over there, that's not it. We want like actual personalities. We want to get to know them, because that's how you create a connection with these idols. So that, like, stop doing very traditional, very serious, like, they're working so hard content, and just, you know, have bits of them goofing around, have bits of them like play fighting each other, fighting over food, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be perfect anymore. And you need content, basically. If I don't know anything about the members other than the music, oftentimes that's hard to create a connection to the group, you know? So if you're gonna introduce new members, yeah, give us information about the new members. So when the group debuted, they had a lot of content, and then all of a sudden they introduced new members, and then there's like no content, and it's hard for fans to create a connection to the 2 new members because they know nothing about the new members. So give them an introduction, you know? It could be like a very simple thing. Again, content does not have to be expensive. It just has to showcase their personality. And then if you add subtitles, so like it's accessible for whatever market you're trying to market to. And yeah, it's not gonna be cheap, but I think if a K-pop company is pushing out a group, they need to have a certain amount of funds set aside for stuff like promo, and this is promo. It's not promo in the traditional sense where you're sending them on shows, but a lot of small companies can't afford or don't have the connections to send groups to shows to get interviewed. Interview each other, interview themselves, like have fans send questions and interview that, you know. It doesn't have to be all formal settings. I'm so angry. Oh, I feel like I don't even know if this is making any sense to anyone else other than me, because I've been stewing over this for so long, like a mad person, just thinking about this. Yeah, content. Different topic. You can't only do live streams. So here's how, like, so for I've like thought of 2 ways of, not I've thought of. There's kind of like 2 types of promo in my mind. This is not like professional thinking or anything. This is just like what I've seen. There's like outward promo and then inward promo, right? There's content for fans, and then there's content to try to get fans. And I feel like a lot of companies are lacking in the content trying to get fans, and they think like, you know, if we just, even if we only have a few fans, if we just only make content for fans, that's good enough, and then these fans will spend all the money. But you need to like grow. You need growth, right? So like I'm saying, for an example, if they're only doing Instagram lives, or they're only doing TikTok, I don't know about TikTok. So for Instagram lives, a lot of times the only people who are watching Instagram lives are the people who already follow the account, right? I don't know if it works the same for like TikTok. I know TikTok like sometimes pushes videos to new people. Twitch will push videos, right? Like if you have the right tags, we'll put the video in that tag. But a lot of times for Instagram live streams, or for what's the Weverse live streams, it's only the people who currently follow you are going to be the ones likely to watch that, right? It's not the same for Twitch or YouTube and stuff, but a lot of people don't do Twitch streams. I don't know. But you need to either, you know, like save those lives or make clips of those lives. And those clips can be your promo. Clip it, make funny moments from that. Like fans do it all the time. I don't see why the companies don't, right? Clip it, save it, you know. So the stream itself, the live stream, is fan promotion. It's for the fans. But with the clips, that you can like make it outward promo. You can use that to get new fans. You know, that's why like content is so important. Your content on your YouTube, like those, like what I'm saying, like funny content for YouTube, that is to promotion to get new fans. That's not only just for the fans themselves to watch, because YouTube will, you know, if you search up the videos, that comes up. But for the live streams, it's often only the people who already follow them that watch those live streams. And I know like the idols themselves are doing those like Instagram live streams for the fans. I'm just talking specifically for the company, that they can use this to promo the group, to, you know, give them promotion, to get them new fans. Like, use funny moments from that. I do, a lot of fans create content for groups because the companies themselves don't. Like, I can name this company that I've created more content for that group on YouTube than they have. But I don't want to, because I don't want negativity on that group. But, like, negativity. Sorry, I'm getting too emotional. But you know what I mean? And again, this probably makes no sense to anyone else. But, summary. Don't have, like, your rigid content. Be funny, or let them be themselves, and even if themselves are awkward or like weird, that's perfectly fine. You know, just make sure they're not like creepy, weird, awkward, and all that. But they don't need to be perfect anymore. It's not that kind of environment anymore. They do not need to be perfect people that like don't even go to the bathroom. And 2, do both sets of promotion right? And also, if you're gonna announce something for the group, there's like a whole new third set. If you're gonna make an announcement, use all of their social media. Like, different people follow the group on different platforms. Different people use different platforms, you know? Have all your platforms checked. It's not that hard. Just Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, the community tab. There's many more. There is many more. But if you like Threads, Instagram Threads, use that. And this is, I guess, mainly for the Western market. If someone is like much more familiar with the Korean internal market and want to make a video on that, like, go ahead, do that, and then tag me. So I want to see that. But yeah, so 1, make content that is not like, oh, something went in my eye. Make content that's not just, they're so perfect and we're so happy to be here, we love it here, yay. You know, make like funny, like, not make, but showcase their personality. 2, when you're doing content, make sure that you have like both promotional content for like everyone to gain new fans, and then also promotional content for the fans themselves to enjoy. 3, if you're gonna post something about the group, if you're gonna post info, and a lot of companies don't give enough info, but if you're gonna post info, just post it on as many platforms as you can. Don't only post it behind your paywall platform. That makes no sense. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So yeah, that is my rant. If you can't tell, it is like 1 a.m. and I need sleep, but I just needed to get this out my head. So yeah, if you guys have any more suggestions for these companies, or if you guys want to name companies, like, feel free to do that in the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video.